It will look up eventually. Well, good morning, everybody. It is Ed Parco and Mike Kelly of Real Estate Jerky Daily, and it is Columbus Day.
What do we say?
We say it's Columbus Day.
Okay.
That's what I say it is.
Okay.
That's how I know it, but I know some of the
It's
younger
not
people.
Indigenous Frog Day.
It is Indigenous Casino Owner Day. But anyway, I'm sorry. That was rude of me. I apologize for that ahead of time.
Don't apologize.
Send in. You can send all the complaints to radio@realestatejerky.com.
Yeah,
and I'll send it over to Mike, and he can answer them.
You know, I actually would answer them. I'll say, what did Candace Owens say the other day?
Oh my gosh, she was like, "You guys owe me a apology, damn it."
Well, she says, "Get a hard hat. Life is tough." Next question.
Well, that was that, but she also put a thing on TikTok, Instagram, everywhere about how everybody owes her apology, the black community, for the fact of BLM, and it was all a corporate fraud and everything. And I was like, she's smart.
She's true there.
All right, so it is Monday, somewhat of a federal holiday. I guess it is a federal holiday, so that means the banks are closed, and that's about it.
Title companies are probably closed.
I think some escrow companies are open. I know some lenders are open, but not really a lot. Real estate agents are always open.
Yeah, we're 7:24, although today we're going to be out working from a golf course in Ripon for a Manteca fundraiser, Manteca Council of Realtors fundraiser.
Gotcha. So is there a lot of people going there today?
No, damn it. They're all suffering a decrease in income, and so we don't have a full boat. So if you want to come sign up today, Spring Creek, 10:30, get a foursome. You can play. And it's not that expensive.
Yeah, that's they were talking about going forward how 30% of the companies think it's going to be good going forward, and 70% thinks it's not going to be good for the next couple of years. And I've been seeing a lot of stuff where like it's 1980 again, and these are where the rates are, and nobody can afford anything because rates are so high, and the average price of a home is $80,000.
That was that article I sent you.
I know, but that wasn't the only one. I got another one from some newscaster like, the current new interest rates today at 1979 is this price, and well, you can't afford a mortgage.
You know, the whole market's going to crash.
Well, you know how they fixed that, right? How they fixed all that, because the problem then is the same as now. It's the same administration spending and spending and spending. Well, then Reagan won the presidency and changed everything.
Yep. Said, nope, no more of that crap.
That's right. And fixed everything. And he was a funny guy. I didn't know. And not a fun guy. He was a funny guy.
He wasn't a mushroom.
No, he wasn't.
He was a funny guy. Actually, some of the stuff I've heard of his older speeches is absolutely hilarious.
Right. So for the last so many weeks, we've had inventory rising nationwide, like at major, 1 week was 9,000. Another week was like 5,000.
What was this week?
Hold on. We're not there yet.
Okay.
And everybody was going, I told you. Inventory's getting up, and we're going to go into a crash, especially the Chicken Little out of freaking Las Vegas.
Yeah, that little.
Yeah. I told you know what? This is the worst time. You better not buy any homes because you're in my way. That's exactly what he's doing.
Yeah. I want to invest in these properties.
You wouldn't. You can't. No, don't. It's horrible. Don't listen to anybody. Hey, did you write that contract? Okay, we're good to go.
Did we get that accepted?
All right. So current inventory for the end of last week, right? So September 29th through October 6th.
Oh.
Inventory went up to 534,746 to went from 534 to what? Only 537.32. That's only like 2,286. What happened to the bubble? What happened to inventory increasing?
It was quite a little bubble.
Yeah. Well, the problem was there's a lot of stuff going on back then. Right prior to the last couple of weeks going up, there was a lot of stuff going on, and people vacation, all this other stuff.
Yep.
So if you look at the same time last year,
I want to say something real quick. You're talking national numbers.
Yeah, nationwide.
Yeah.
I wish we had 500 some thousand in California.
That'd be great.
Yeah, we probably have like 2,000. So the same week, right? So currently we're at 537.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to put the change on there. And now last year at this time, we were at 562,249. So do you see a bubble happening here with increasing inventory? No.
Some people, you can lead them to the trough, but you can't drown them.
Not legally. Maybe in the middle of nowhere. You can.
Well, then
All
why
right. So
would a
what
truck
do you
be
think
there?
the number is normally this time of the year last week? Don't look at the
No,
banners.
not looking at the banner.
You already did.
You got it up there. You mean last week, last year?
No, I'm talking like 2015
Oh.
for the end of last week is normally 1.168 million.
We're
And we're at what?
532.
537 32. Where is that other 700,000?
Wouldn't be 700,000. It'd be 600,000. Come on, do the
600.
math.
That's only 11.
Yeah, that's what it was. 1,000.
Oh, was it?
1,100,000.
Oh, sorry. I was trying to get the other 68,000 in there.
We were hoping. We were hoping for the past to be better than it was.
It's really 600 and some.
You know, and so that was 2015.
Correct.
Wow.
Which is the average year that we have, but that's what they've been working off because you can't count 18, 19, 20, 21, and 22 because those numbers are all skewed.
I wonder in 1980 how many homes were on the market then.
The problem with that is we had less people, less everything, so you can't really go off of that. So right now, inventory bottom of 20. So the lowest inventory was in 2022 was 240,000 nationwide. Can you believe that?
No.
All right, so the inventory peak. This is the most inventory we've had peak in 2023 is
this week.
Yeah, pretty much 537,032. But wow, that's increasing.
Yeah, that's sad.
Yeah, it is. So if you look at year over year basis, 2023 we had listings for this week. You know what they had it was 58,000. 2022 was 58,000. So there's no increase really. You know, it's 100 less than 40 or whatever. If you look at percentage of price cuts per year, where like I listed my house in 2021, what I got 29% of the time they had to lower it. What? 2022, 42% of the time I had to lower it. And in 2023, only 38. That doesn't look like that's going up and people are adjusting the prices down.
And again, those are national percentages, right?
Correct.
Okay.
So it gets worse in California.
That number is going to be completely different in California.
Right. It's going to be less than that. But that's the issue. But if we look at nationwide, that's where everybody's looking. All right.
It's not on our side right
now. What about nationwide?
It's not on our side.
No, they're on our side right now.
Are they?
Not if you need insurance, but.
So anyway,
we've been drinking too much this morning already. We can't handle it.
Yeah.
All right. So I want to reiterate something I said Friday.
Okay.
Which is typically to buy a multifamily home, a duplex, triplex, triplex and fourplex, you had to put 25% down, even if you're going to live in one of the units, unless you want FHA, which is 3.5%. But the problem is you can't really use all the rents. They have this factor thing, and 9 times out of 10, your person doesn't qualify that way.
Right.
Well, Fannie came out last week and said, we're changing it. We're going to make it only 5% down now if you live in one of the units. So duplex used to be 15% down. It's only 5% down. A triplex and a fourplex used to be 25. It's only 5% down now. Why is that so huge? If you're buying your first home, don't go buy a single family home. Go get one of these properties. 2 reasons for this. One is they'll help you make your payment.
Yeah.
And the second reason is they'll help you make your payment.
What's the third reason?
They'll help you make your payment. It's like location. Yeah. So basically what you need to do if you're a real estate agent is you need to go find every multi-family, everything else, because a lot of them are sitting on the market. And one of the reasons is their rents are so freaking low. I saw one in Turlock for 700,000. Rents are 500, 800, 600, and 800. Well, there's your problem.
Yeah.
You haven't adjusted those rents. So you need to look at what can you do to get that to what market rate needs to be. And that's something you guys need to figure out. If you figure that out, we can get the people to buy them, because if I'm going to go buy a $500,000 house today, I'd much rather buy a $700,000 multifamily and have, 3, because you get all the money towards your payment, not for qualifying, but you get all the money towards your payment. So if my payment is $6,000, I get if my payment is $5,000, I get $3,000. So really I'm only paying $2,000.
Yeah.
That's cheap compared to what buying a $500,000 house today, $555 with 5% down, your payment's like $4,500.
Well, and it's the same thing can go. It just makes me think of another scenario, and that's if you're a dink or a tink, 2 incomes.
Okay, I'm sorry. nobody's your age listening to us. They don't understand what a dink or a kink or a pink or whatever.
That's why I'm telling them.
Dual, if
dual income, no kids,
right,
buy a $500,000 house and then Airbnb a couple rooms out.
There's that too, but I can guarantee you right now, I'd much rather have long-term tenants stuck in these units making, and then eventually I go, you know what? I'm going to do this again because I'm remote, but I got to go back to work. So I'm going to do it closer to my work. The next one.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I'm remote again. I'm going to go do it again. So you're technically supposed to be in these properties 1 year when you sign a contract, unless something happens where you have to move. It's your intent
like a job
to be
relocation or a deployment.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And by the way, I'm not charging you $5,000 to get this information. There's a guy out there that charges veterans $5,000 to teach them how to buy properties and Airbnb it. I'm like, what a racket.
Yeah. He's the one that should be taken to the trough.
All right. So so as you can tell, we have low information of what's going on out there because it's a holiday. Tomorrow we have small business optimization, small business optimism, which is not really their index.
Right.
Wednesday, producer price index, and then on Thursday, consumer price index. So we got two things Wednesday, Thursday that can really move the market and get us to 8 to 8.5.
CPI is one of my favorites.
Yeah, I know.
Next to Jolts.
Yeah.
What's that number down there?
That 2 point, that's the difference in inventory for the week. I needed the numbers. Math. Yeah, I needed to do the math. So and not have to do it again. So back, what should you be looking at as a person, as an agent, or someone helping you buy a place?
Multifamily.
Yes.
Okay.
And what's going to happen? You got a multifamily, put it on the market and sell it to these people. Sell it to one of your renters.
Well,
if you're tired of the renters, there's an easy way to fix it.
Sell it
to one of them. But my next question is, which I'm putting in for, is we should be able to get a rent survey that shows rents are higher than what's there. Because there was one that somebody was like, it was over in Castro Valley, 1.25 million for a fourplex. Here's the problem: 2 single family house, 1 bedroom each.
Okay. Oh, sheesh.
Duplex. So
what they're renting for?
Each one had 1 bedrooms. That's the problem. 2 of them are vacant and one's like 1,100 and 1,200. I'm like, okay, there's your problem. In order to qualify for that property, because it's so overpriced, you would have to pull in rents at $12,000 a month on 3 units. I don't think you can rent them for 4. Well, I don't know. I could be wrong. In Castro Valley, $4,000 for each. The small 2 single family.
Might be able to get $4,000 in Castro Valley. I don't know. So look what Chuck says. He understood what you're saying too. Multifamily.
Yep, that's correct, Chuck. Thanks for being on the radio last weekend.
That was great having you on the radio last weekend.
They just don't know why you're living in Lancaster. That's all the comments I got. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Nobody commented like that. But yeah, multifamily is where it's at. Buy it, then you can always think about it. If you're going to buy it as an investment, you got to put 25% down. Right. Here's the other thing you can do. Kid going to college, dorms? No. Go buy a triplex or a fourplex.
Exactly.
Slap them in one of them. Non-owner, if they don't qualify, non-honor. I can't even say the word. What's the word I'm looking for?
Non-owner occupant.
Thank you for your parents helping you out on that.
Yeah.
Because what happened in the past, people would want to do that FHA, add their parents on, slap, got to go conventional.
Yeah.
Now it's 15% down. Oh,
yeah.
shoot.
Oh, shoot.
Now it's, guess what?
The thing is, it's 5. That's awesome. We have to start looking for some multifamily. There's not a lot out there right now.
There is a lot.
I don't see.
I searched.
On the market.
I
How
searched.
Many did you
find? Well, there was a lot, but a lot of them were pending.
Yeah,
that's not what you said. You said there wasn't a lot on the market.
There are a lot out there. They are pending. They do go very quickly. Some of them are in really bad shape. Some of them are in not the greatest areas. If you want to live in them. That's the other thing is we don't intersperse multi-density housing in regular neighborhoods like some other states. And like in Colorado, you'll see these beautiful Victorians and Tudors, and not a two-door Tudors. And what do you say?
Thanks for the invite. LOL. I asked myself that question. Why am I still in the desert? I don't know.
He's a beach man.
It's a dry climate.
But in Colorado, you've got these beautiful multi density units tucked inside a street or a neighborhood that has single family as well. They're gorgeous. They're kept up nicely.
Well, guess what?
They don't do that here in Modesto.
Well, guess what? You can make a huge change if
Yeah,
the
you could.
owners in the property and they start changing those neighborhoods. Because what's that off of not Sylvan, Staniford? Isn't there that group of them back over in there?
Yep.
A bunch of them. And that's not necessarily the bad area, but they're not all kept up.
Right.
Well, guess what? Well, we need some flippers, buy them, and then let's put them together and start selling them individuals. Here's a huge market that we can, well, I don't know what to flip. I want a multifamily.
Well, you could do that. Yeah. And change a neighborhood.
I thought make them nice again. Change it into a family type neighborhood instead of, whatever neighborhood that is.
Just not family.
Well, there's family,
it's
but
family
it's not. Yeah. But that's what happens when a neighborhood is first built, then it goes through a declining cycle, right? And goes down. And then someone comes in and changes the neighborhood and they make it better and it goes up. It's like the college area. I'm sure it wasn't always amazing. And
I think it was always amazing.
Oh, was it? Okay, sorry. Well, now you just ruined my little thing.
No, but there are neighborhoods there. Okay, over by Bayer, the south side of Sylvan, that neighborhood was very, very nice for a long period of time. And then it went through transition to where it got kind of cruddy, where people were saying, okay, I'm going to keep my first home. I'm going to go buy another home, and this is going to become a rental. And then when those rentals started selling again as single family residences instead of owner occupied, instead of non occupied, the whole neighborhood transitioned again into a very nice neighborhood. Here's
your chance to make changes in a neighborhood by living in one of the units. And that's what I'm saying. This is what they're trying. So they don't want single family homes as investors, Fannie and Freddie, but they'll do it as a single family person. I mean, a multifamily, and they have the actual, person in one of the units.
Yeah.
That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get rid of I don't want any more of these single family homes and these investors buying them. That's not what we want. We want this. This is where we want to go.
Yeah.
So let's let them get there. Let's help them get there.
Okay.
So what you can do is, all right, remember this, you can take some of these neighborhoods and take a house and turn it into units.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
Why don't you go in and somebody go in and start making these places into units and sell it to somebody in one of them, rent out the other one. And it's just a great way and actually we have a program now to where if you're buying a house and you want to put accessory unit in the back, like that ADU that you can,
right.
It can be part of the loan, the new loan.
You can
you can do it through the purchase. Yes. So that way you can add that so you can have that little bit in the back. But I mean, even if you have a house and a garage that was converted, some of these older homes in the Brady area and other areas, college, they have that garage that has a conversion in the back and they have an apartment or a bed, that whole thing in the back. That's 2 units, right? That works the same way that we just talked about.
Yeah. Yeah. And you can keep a tenant in there. It's amazing how mumuch money you can get for those back units in the college
area. It's amazing
area.
how much you can get for any units in California, in our area.
Hey, we're in California.
Yeah, the rate, and that's what I'm saying. This can be all over the country, not just here. So you could, if you got to move somewhere, again, buy investment first.
Because it's a national loan.
No, it's a nationwide.
Nationwide.
It's not a national. That we're not a national. We're not that type of like Germany fascism and all that stuff. Anyway,
we have factions that are fascist.
Well, I know, but that's what
sometimes
it's a national loan. That's what I mean.
Sometimes they call themselves Democrats.
Yeah, you're a million. Yeah, there was a comedian who said, I was going to send it to you, but it was like what you can't say these days and all this. You have to now call it a this. I'll tell you how fine. Remind me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Start with an R and then end it with a D.
Yeah.
The next one started with a D. Anyway, make it a great day. Thanks for listening to us ramble today. But
again, is Monday.
Right. And if you got anything out of this, multifamily, help people get into them. Only 5% down. Can get help.
Multifamily.
I talked about it last week, and then over the weekend I started I started seeing other people putting it all over stuff, and it's huge. It can make a difference, especially if you're right now. We're not everybody has properties for helping out buyers. Well, here's an easy way to do it, and they're not hurt by paying $6,000 a month. They only have to pay out of their actual pocket couple grand a month, but a huge difference.
Yeah, big difference.
All right, make it a great day. Thanks for being here. We'll see you tomorrow.
Peace out, brothers.